Cowboys 4 hours before tip-off in the building. It's not even that cold in LA.
It's not.
That's the fit, man. Come on
now. But the fit is icy. The fit is icy.
That means he means business tonight as the Lakers host the Brooklyn Nets. So, Los Angeles, they've actually reverted back to their opening night starting lineup. LeBron James, Anthony Davis, Taurean Prince, D'Angelo Russell, and Austin Reeves. They've won both games since they made that shift. They've also outscored opponents by 17, more than double any other Lakers five-man lineup during that span. Darvin Ham has said he plans to ride with the starting lineup for the foreseeable future, but we also know the trade deadline is coming faster and faster by the day. What are the Lakers' plans here, Woj?
You know, from the time the Lakers lost to Denver, got eliminated in the conference finals last year, there's been one player they'd really been focused on trying to acquire, Bruce Brown Jr. He was on that Denver team that eliminated them. Denver couldn't afford to keep him. And in free agency, if Indiana had not stepped up with a 2-year, $45 million deal, there's a very good chance Bruce Brown would have gone to the Lakers for their mid-level exception. He took that bigger deal from Indiana. The Lakers continue to try to trade for him with the Pacers. Now he's in Toronto as part of the Siakam deal. And there's been no shortage of teams reaching out to Toronto to try to get at Bruce Brown. He fits everywhere, and the Lakers are among them. And so I think you look at Toronto, talk to Masai Ujiri today. You know, he watched Bruce Brown essentially get off the plane yesterday, walk out in the court, shoot 7 for 10, get 7 rebounds. They're in a rebuild, and they're going to go very, very young in Toronto. He does see the value of a 27-year-old tough veteran around his young players, but there is a big market for Bruce Brown. Teams like New York are interested, but continue to watch the Lakers with Bruce Brown to see if there's a pathway. You know, he could have very well ended up with them in free agency before Indiana stepped up with that $45 million 2-year deal.
No, the most impressive thing about Bruce Brown is I was kind of there during his emergence when he was with the Brooklyn Nets, and he was playing with Kyrie, and he was playing with KD, so he knows how to play with superstars. You saw him show up in Denver and immediately have an impact there in Denver. So, yes, he is one of those guys. When you look at, we talk about adults in the room, the Josh Harts, the Dante DiVincenzo's, those are the guys that are like plug-in pieces. They're glue pieces, and he's a great defender. He can roll to the basket. He played small ball 4 and 5 for Brooklyn back in the day. So, for me, he is such an important piece, and that was a big loss for Denver, but there are a lot of people targeting, and I think he's a great pickup for whoever gets him. Yeah, and the Lakers are certainly looking, right, to see how they can improve just little bits here, but they've found something with this lineup. They're 2-0. If we take a look at their schedule of their games that are upcoming here, they essentially have one game in their next several. The Clippers, it's against a team that's above 500. So when you look at this, Janae, it feels like this is a runway for the Lakers to sort of get back to where they want to be. What do they need to do in this stretch?
Disrespect to your Rockets.
Okay, leave me alone. The Rockets are still competitive in the West, okay? They're still competitive, so no shade there. But what do the Lakers need to do? They need to continue to make shots and finally keeping their shooters confident. D'Angelo Russell has turned the corner as of the last few games, being able to make his shots. I mean, AD and LeBron, those two guys, that pick and roll, that is unstoppable. But at the end of the day, the rest of the NBA has gotten better. And so your supporting cast needs to. Finally getting more production off of the bench, now inserting D'Lo, you know, back into more of the rotation, Reeves being out there. I'm happy with this balanced starting lineup. They leaned so far towards defense that they couldn't keep up with the rest of the NBA. Now they balance things out towards offense, they're playing better, and their role players are actually performing and knocking down shots.
Well, they're still in the bottom of defense.
They're going to be there. And listen, this lineup change is all about one person and one person only, Anthony Davis. This benefits him, and they're showing us that he is about to be their focal point offensively. We saw last game he had 9 assists. Every time they came double, now you have Taurean Prince, Austin Reeves, and D'Angelo Russell, guys that are spacers, even LeBron James. And I said this at the beginning of the season. It's time for Bron to really hand the keys over to AD. I know he's been trying, but now it seems like Anthony Davis wants the keys. We're talking about a guy that is a top 3 big in the league. When I look at Embiid and Jokic, and no disrespect to Giannis, but right now, Anthony Davis today, not what he did in the past, is playing better basketball on both ends than Giannis Antetokounmpo. So I think this lineup change is more so about AD than it is anybody else, and it's going to work fine for them. I ain't saying they win the championship, but it's going to do good by them.
Look, I'm not going to address the Giannis disrespect, but look.
Your face did, though.
Well, I mean, but how is it disrespect? Because he's 4?
No, he's a 2-time MVP.
I didn't say his past. I didn't say his
whatever.
past.
Anyways, but this is the big thing right here. They are playing outstanding. Anthony Davis is the key. But like you said, you got to want the keys. You can't just be a passenger princess. You got to want the keys. You got to want the ball. You got to go to work because that forces the pressure. Then you can kick out. Then guys get open shots. But it starts with him being aggressive.
And we've seen that.